Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Nicole Jones 91 Colors, and I thought I'd show you my little corner today. You can see my bed is right there. I have a reading chair in the corner, and then I have my desk. And I thought I'd just kind of show you how I keep things. Hopefully it won't be too shaky. I couldn't find my stand for my camera. So these containers, I love them. I keep my Tombos in two, my Tule art. I have the essentials and the pastel. And then this is all my distress inks. I keep them in these little containers. I have them all labeled. And these are my archival inks. They're just little inks too. And then next to that, I keep a little foldable container for water. And then I have another one of those containers that have those brushes, one that have the watercolors, and then a set of watercolors down here. Here is where I have all my dot journals. And I have a little camera, or actually that's a printer, and some printer paper, because for a while I was kind of taking pictures of the pages. I was coloring and putting down the colors. I kind of gave that up pretty quickly. It's very time consuming. The idea is great, but it's very time consuming. So I kind of gave that up pretty quick. These are all the coloring books I want to color in this month. So they're all sitting there, and I'm hoping to get to most of those. I have a page in progress in that one, in that one, in that one, in that one, and in that one. So 5 right now, so that's pretty good. You'll see the video for that tomorrow. And then over here, I had my alcohol markers in there, and I bought something else. You'll see it in a minute. And I just put it on its side, and I have pens down here, and I have room for a bunch of other stuff. And I keep my Gamsol, some Scotch tape, my pencil sharpener, a little vacuum, a sponge, and some drawing gum. And then again, those little containers, those, because I have so many works in progress, I like to keep them all separated. So they're separated in those, but I also have this. And this is another project. That is the Queen of Hearts. That's the pencils for the Queen of Hearts. And then this is just like extra books, and you know, probably not too exciting. That's the book I'm reading right now. I haven't touched it in like 6 months, but I'm hoping to get back into it. I have a garbage can over there. I love it. It looks like a coffee cup. I have this thing where my iPad fits on it, and I can watch something while I'm coloring. I bought this light, and then oh, there it is. I was looking for this to film. I have it propped up for, you know, to use when I'm filming, because the camera actually fits on this, but it doesn't film very well. So I kind of MacGyvered this onto it, and then I put my camera on there, and it's nice and bright, and you have like different settings, like white light, and then you can also, it's actually for nails, and the button here, you can lower the intensity or make it more intense. And then this is where I keep my water in my Stanley cup. Oh, I keep going all over the place. But then I also got this, and that's where I keep like my water brush, my brush to kind of sweep away pencil crayons, my battery operated eraser, regular eraser. This is for the drawing gum. I have a pencil back there, a kneaded eraser, just a regular eraser. I always have lip stuff around. This is stamping blocks. This is makeup little brushes for the soft pastels. And then in here, I just have a couple of rolls of washi, a couple gold pens, my Thule Art white, a white gel pen, and also just some sticky tape, like ATG tape, in a smaller container in case I want to glue something down. And I have, this is a knife, craft knife for my soft pastels. So I love that too. And then this is my chair, and I have this pillow, and my granddaughter fell in love with this pillow. Every time I put her to sleep, we got to bring the flower pillow. So her birthday's in a couple of months, so I bought her her own. I bought her a pink one and a yellow one, I think. And I know she's going to love it. I just covered the chair because this is a really, really old chair, and the fabric was all messed up. So I just put this over top, and now it looks like a new chair. And I got these foamy things too to kind of make it more comfortable. I have this table that I have beside me. So I'll have my computer on here, and here, if I'm following a tutorial, I'll have my computer here, and I forward, let's say if they're using 937, I forward to where they're done using 937 and just kind of look where they applied it. And then I'll be watching something else on my iPad. Okay, so let's look inside the drawers here. I just have a couple of little containers, and in here I have, for my distress ink, a little tool. I have an extra sharpener. I have more kneaded erasers and just regular erasers. And then I used an old pill bottle, and I put my kneaded eraser in there so it doesn't dry out. And then when I use the drawing gum, I use the cover for, you know, to put the drawing gum in there. And then I have an extra Wink of Stella. And then I have some markers here, or pens, drawing pens from Ohuhu. I have a couple of sets of bookmarks that they're for, you know, to color. So I want to, because I'm a big reader too. So I have those to color, and some Christmas ones. So probably wait till next Christmas to do those. I have this paper here for when I use the Gamsol with, what are they called? The stumps. This is to clean off the stump, I guess. I have white gel pens, gold gel pens, a Wink of Stella, and an eraser, and a pen, and my Apple pen, or Apple pencil. I have scissors in here, and extra, these are Christmas ones to put my cups on my desk so it doesn't make a ring. Just little stuff like that, and everything fits perfectly. I have tools in here because I feel like there's always something to fix or something to put together. So I have a few screwdrivers and some pliers. I have some glue dots and some tape here. Not too much. And the next drawer is where I keep all my glitter pens. So I have the, oh, what are these called? The jelly rolls. And I have a big set, 74. And then I got the same kind of container, and I was going to put my, what are these called? Languo pens, but I have too many. So I'm just going to keep them in there for now. I'll probably figure something else out, but I just use the container to put my extra stuff. So I have extra for my soft pastels. I have here for oil pastels. I have These is just to spread glue. This is for my Tombow Mono, the tiny eraser. Those are extra one of those. And then I have, I don't know, 15, 16 sets of the Languille pens. So they're all in here, all nice and neat and put away. And I know exactly where everything is. Now the next drawer is not as organized. I just kind of threw a bunch of stuff in there. This has some tabbies in it. This just has pens, more pens. I have word search. I have more of those that I had on the other container, just extra ones and some longer ones, and just extra books in there, like writing supplies. Not really organized, but it's hard to organize a drawer that's deep. Then I also have a door, and in there, not too organized in there too, but I have a couple sets of soft pastels. I have my Chroma Flows in there. I have my Poly colors, my Inktense extra Prisma colors. I have some stencils in here in a container, so it's nice and neat and all together. An extra pencil pouch, and then these cotton rounds for the soft pastels. I have just like a sketchbook in here, and I use that to put in between my pages when I'm using wet medium. And most of these are going to end up in those pencil cases. I just haven't had a chance to, well, I've had a chance, it's just not a priority. And then right to the left is where I have a bookcase. And it used to be filled with books to read, but since I started coloring, I moved all of those away. And now down here is all my pencils. And then here I have my Melpomene books and my Joanna Basford. And then I have my 4 cubes spread out. And then I have, this is a camera for my grandson's hockey. It actually follows the play, which I love because now I can watch the hockey game. And here I have my mythographic, my romantic, my eerie books. These are all my eerie books. And these are my Kirby books. And over here, I have my R.J. Hampson, Diane Dufour, and then Sarah Shepchick, and then Lulu Mayo, and more Diane Dufour. And see, this is what I have on my desk. I bought this. I would not recommend. This is like PVC. It was such a pain to put together. It broke. I still kept it because it's just on the bottom here. I just glued it, and this one here was way more expensive, but I think it's worth it because this, do not recommend with the PVC board. It was, one, a pain to put together. It took me like, this took me like 5 minutes to put together, maybe 10 minutes. This took me almost an hour because it was not good. Way cheaper, but you get what you pay for, I guess. Up here, I have my Emily Lyderhall Oberg book, The Fairy Tales and Folklore. I have a whole bunch of Maria Trolli book, 5. And then I have some, that I'm coloring. And then I have a whole bunch of Hannah Calzone. And then up here is my Rita Berman books. There's a few missing there because I'm working in them. So I have lots of room to grow for my coloring books. Okay, so that was kind of a quick overview of my desk, but it's organized enough for me. Like I know where everything is. My coloring books are right to my left side, and everything is accessible and ready for me to use. So that's it. That's it for today. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.